Today is April 12th. I've been living in this house for almost a week. I have a lot of work to do. The fence here isn't too bad. It's got a lot of vines. The shed, our shop is in good shape generally. It needs power. The hookup is there, but I believe the box is bad. It's plumbed for air. The door on the left needs hinges replaced. It is very unstable. So I'm only using the one door on the right side here for now. Some leveling has already been done. I've started clearing out some of the brush along the fence line. I've got to repair the fence here. I've got some temporary chicken wire to plug up the holes and keep the cats out of here, I guess, or keep Rascal from running out chasing after things. Got to clear all this. Got branches hanging over the shop. Got to cut those out. Got to clean up back here. There's a looks like tile, some brick needs to come out of here. We've got a lot of this going on. The tree is actually grown into the fence. Got a lot of vines. And the tree line is like this all the way down on both sides. Got a lot of trash back here still. Tree that's trying to come back, or they cut it down. Got to get that stump out of the ground at some point, along with this one. I have several. Storm came through and broke this tree off. I was hoping I was gonna have a nice tree back here, but I might be able to just pull this broken branch off and let it grow and try to get some of those vines out of there. I've got a nice brush pile already started. Looks like what used to be some kind of pen. The remnants are there. Got to pull that out of there. And of course the fence. The fence is just pretty secure. My dog can't get out. But as you can see, needs work. More vines, trees. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. Talking about years of work. Now here's a tornado shelter leaking, I'm sure, because the amount of water that is down there did not come in through this opening. I am going to put a lid on it and put a drain around it to keep the make sure the entry is above grade. But I'm pretty sure it's leaking and it's coming in from the groundwater. And the tornado shelter goes all the way back behind on the other property. Right here, there's where the air supply is at. You got more trees, more shrubs, more vines. Obviously a lot of leveling and grading needs to be done. At some point I'd like to put a gravel drive from the side of my house all the way to the shop. This tree stump is still alive. I've cut everything off of it again. At some point it'll probably die. And it just goes on. Just overgrown, unmaintained. They came through with some kind of forestry mulcher or something and chewed up as much as they could, I suppose. But they just left all the branches and trees. Here's another limb that came down in the storm. There's a stump I can get out of the ground. Big branches. Just a mess back there. Eventually clear all this out. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with my property, but I'm definitely going to get it cleaned up to where it doesn't look like a jungle. Still got some trash back here, old gas can, vines, of course, everywhere. I try to be selective about anything else to pull out. I'm not sure what's going to go on in the property next to me because it is about to go on the market. More vines. Kind of a cool tree here, got pushed over and decided to keep growing. If I can get this thing cleaned up, that'd be a kind of interesting looking place I can make back here. More trees on the ground. Got some drain pipe over here. I don't know if I can use that or not. Depends on how brittle it is, I suppose. But the whole neighborhood, or the whole property, is fenced in. That keeps my dog from finding something to chase and just running off into oblivion. That was very important to me. The house I'm living in is in pretty good shape. It needs a little bit of odds and ends, a lot of little busy work, but as it sits right now, it's good to go. So I don't have to do any more work on the house. The property, though, as you can see, I have a lot of wood to remove, cut up with chainsaw, burn. Big piles. All that rain, I don't really see a lot of washout or ruts that developed because there's nothing holding the ground really anymore other than this debris. All the grass has been scraped off. This was well overgrown, but I saw in the pictures before I purchased it several months ago, there was a lot of grass back here along with the woods. I assume it pretty much looked like this. But there is a fence back there still. So I have a lot of clearing to do and a lot of work to do. The property listed as an acre, but it seems like it's more. Maybe because of the width of the property is thinner and it's actually very long. I need to get a surveyor out here to find out exactly where my property is. The assumption would be that it's along the fence line. But the back of that shelter is there on the other side of the fence. So I'm not exactly sure if that's my property on the other side of this fence over here or not. And that's a quick walkthrough of my new property.